that the top court in the U.S. state of Colorado has disqualified Donald Trump from appearing on the presidential primary ballot for 2024. Colorado's Supreme Court says it barred the former president because of the U.S. Constitution's clause on insurrection. It's related to his role in the attack on the U.S. Capitol on January the 6th, 2021. Let's get more now from Manuel Rappalo. He joins us live from Washington, D.C. Manny, so what more can you tell us about this Colorado Supreme Court ruling and what it means?
Good to be with you, Darren. I'll read you the majority opinion from the ruling from that Colorado Supreme Court case ruling earlier on Tuesday, which the term here is that is ineligible to run for president. That is what the ruling says, but this is the quote from the opinion. A majority of the court holds that Trump is disqualified from holding the office of president under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, otherwise known as the Insurrection Clause. The opinion goes on, quote, because he is disqualified, it would be a wrongful act under the election code for the Colorado Secretary of State to list him as a candidate on the presidential primary ballot. So, Darren, how big of a deal is this? That's kind of a tricky question to answer because the ruling itself, being the Colorado Supreme Court, makes this specific to Colorado and the Republican primary election, which is taking place on March 15th. But it does have the potential to affect former President Trump as a candidate moving forward into the 2024 national election. Even before this ruling was issued, there was a promise by Trump's attorneys that there would be an appeal made immediately to the U.S. Supreme Court, and that's the scenario that we've got to watch out for here, because this does, if the U.S. Supreme Court were to affirm this ruling, then it could disqualify former President Trump altogether from running in 2024. But we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. There's still criteria that needs to be met for this to hold water outside of Colorado. But again, the big news here is that this does have the potential of playing out as a big showdown at the U.S. Supreme Court.
Yeah, Manny, in terms of this ruling, what sort of response then have we had from the Trump campaign?
So not 30 minutes after the ruling had been issued, former President Trump took to the social media platform Truth Social. I'm going to read you part of this rather long rant by former President Trump. He said that, quote, this is a sad day for America. He referred to the prosecutors who are building cases against the former president as deranged thugs surrounding our incompetent president, crooked Joe Biden. He finishes that all off with saying, quote, all of the rest suffer massively from Trump derangement syndrome, TDS in other words, and for reasons unknown, they hate me. So in the hours following that ruling by the Colorado Supreme Court, we also heard from the so-called MAGA Republicans who have taken to social media say that this is just another, quote, dirty trick by Democrats who seek to disqualify former President Trump from running in 2024. Trump's attorneys, again, have promised to take this all the way to the Supreme Court. It will be the U.S. Supreme Court, ultimately, that has a final say on matters of constitutionality. Darren.
All right, Manuel Rappalo live for us there in Washington. Manny, thank you.